Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So, last episode, we went and built up a small little wall around our main little house here on our island, and I'm quite happy with how it's turning out. As you can see, we don't quite have all of the oak in, and we don't even have quite all of the wall in, but we've got the stone in place so we can finish that up. And we have been quite busy here, fishing up a bunch more stuff. As you can see, our house is oxidized quite a bit more. We've got some stuff fully oxidized now on the roof. And down below, we have some grass brought into the main area here. Quite happy with how this is turning out. As you can see, I put in a little bit of regular grass on top just to give it a little bit more of a overgrown feel to it. And I've tossed in a lamppost by the side of the path. Not quite sure if that's going to stay there or not. Looks like I got a thing of stone to take out. But I'm kind of liking how that's looking. Using the polished tuff with the oak fences there. Again, we still need some lanterns for that, but that's going to take either getting some villagers or a lot more iron. But today, what I think we're going to be working on is we are going to be working on a few of the buildings in this area. Specifically, the one right next to our house. So if we come downstairs here, we can see that we've got one little space right here. It's kind of marked out. Now we do have a few horses that we've tamed around the island. We've got one mule as well, or donkey rather, as well. So we need to go and find where all of those are, because we do in fact have a few saddles. Oh, we've got another beehive too. None of the bees have actually made their way into our base, but we've got some bees. We can start getting some honeycomb from that. But we've got a few saddles here, so we can finally actually tame our horses and bring them into our base, which is going to be quite nice. But for that, we also need a place to keep them, since we don't just want them wandering free in there. And it means we also have to go and find all of them. So we've got a little bit of work to get done around here. Got lots of trees to chop down. I've got a little bit of oak wood, so we can go and start with that, because that is probably going to be the main part of this building. So I'm thinking stripped oak for the corners. It'd be nice if we had another color to pair with it, but for right now, this is the only wood that we have. So let's start replacing our wool here. Oh, trader. Let's see what that trader has that we can't get anyway. Dew coral, tulips. About the only thing that we could really want there. So I'm thinking stripped oak actually for the corners here. Not quite sure on the sides. I know we're going to need some fences for inside for the pens. So this is just going to be a fairly open little building. Thinking probably 3 tall. We'll put a back on it. It'll be open in the front here, which means we should probably get a path coming along the front as well. But I'm going to start kind of marking out what I want for in here. And I'm thinking just probably regular planks on the sides here. Not quite sure. Stone just doesn't feel right for a little barn. I'm gonna go get some walls up on this barn, and then I'll be back. Alright, so there we go. We now have our donkey and one of our horses. I think we have another one somewhere on the island. Moved into our new stables. Just gonna have the front here open. I'm thinking maybe some mud, or at least packed mud, some coarse dirt, maybe some hay blocks in the floor here. Just eventually. We don't really have enough hay to really do that quite yet. But we've got a nice side little ladder here. Leads up to what is eventually going to be the hayloft. And what I'm thinking is we're going to make this out of campfires. So we just need to kind of alternate these kind of randomly up here, and obviously extinguish them if our shovel here doesn't break. We only have enough wood right now for 4, so I'm going to need to go and harvest more of our trees out there. But I think this will be really nice for making it the loft. And I'm thinking maybe we can have a path that connects us into our house. Maybe put some storage up here or something. I don't quite know, because we are going to need a better storage room than what we currently have. Right now, we just have about 3 double chests worth here that are starting to get kind of full of everything. So I'm thinking maybe either putting some stuff up here, because we've got our enchanted book storage. Thinking of maybe putting some stuff up in the loft of our little stables there. And I'm considering maybe putting some stuff down here. This might end up being the actual main storage area ultimately. So I think that that's probably the better idea. Definitely need to get some decoration down here though. Definitely need to do some decoration down here. But all in all, I think this is coming along really, really well. There we go. 3 hay bales, about what we can get right now. So I'm gonna kind of work on this floor, work on getting us some more campfires to put as the ceiling here in the hayloft, and I'll be back. You know what? That basement will definitely be better for storage because this is all gonna be on the half slab. So I'm gonna work on. So I should probably work on digging that out too. We're gonna go get some of our stuff around here done, and then I'll be back. All right. So the main thing that's holding us back right now is the fact that we just don't have enough wheat to quite finish up this floor. Gotten a little bit here. Our little wheat farm down in the basement here is just not quite producing stuff fast enough. So we might have to go and do something a little bit bigger just to get all the wheat that we need for this. But upper layer here is more or less done. I was going and looking at putting in the connection to our main house, and well, it looks like that's just not going to work because where we need to connect it is right here, right above the stairs. And yeah, that's just not going to work. So this is just going to be separate standalone, which is probably fine because we're not even going to put the storage in here anyway. It's just going to be its own little thing. But what I'm thinking is that for the roof of this little barn, thinking maybe some deep slate tiles. I think that would work really well. I mean, I suppose we could do the copper, but I think the deep slate would go really well with the oak. And the copper colors I just don't think fit really well for the barn. It'd match with our house, but I think the deep slate colors and the pattern will fit a lot better for the roof. I've got an idea of what I want to do for the shape for this, and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing the front of this because we've got the campfires there. I like the campfires there, but we do need to put a wall here. So we either need to somehow take out all the campfires, which is going to be a little annoying, or we need to move the wall out by one, which might look a little weird. I don't know. We'll put it here for now to see how everything turns out. And maybe we'll wait until we can actually silk touch those campfires out of the way to get that full front in. But what I'm thinking is that we have the bees here, or rather we're going to have the bees here. So what I'm thinking is what if we went and kind of dug this part here out as a path. Then what we do is we go and take the area around our beehives here and turn this into a bit of a wheat field. I'm thinking that might go really, really well. We've got the well here, so it could be nicely watered. We're just going to put some water down the middle of the field anyway. It fits really well with this kind of open space here. And, well, with the beehives, I think that'll go really, really well. So we just need to, one, get the bees in here, because that'll help the wheat grow a little bit faster. And just kind of figure out how we're going to set up the wheat. I think I do want it to pretty much go all the way up to the wall here. Just make it easier than trying to get the grass through here. But thinking fence along here, pretty much all the way up to here, I think. And we just have to figure out how we're going to put in the water. So I'm going to go work on getting that second layer of the barn in, get the wheat field here dug out and in place. Hopefully get some bees in here. I'm trying to get that for a while. And then I'll be back. Alright, so I went searching for a bit more dirt to fill out the rest of our fields and came across this. Turns out we have a trial chamber pretty much right underneath our house. We might be underneath the ocean at this point, but it's pretty close to where we are, so that's gonna be fun. Let's poke a hole in here, see what we're working with. Apparently, we're working with the side of a wall and a staircase. But it looks like we got some. Oh, let's not go that way. Like we got a nice little trial chamber here. Should be fun to work with. That's a baby zombie one. That's a baby zombie one. Okay. Well, we're not gonna find the dirt we need in here, but that's good to know. We'll have to go and raid this thing at some point. See what we can get in here. But again, kind of cool. Still need to find ourselves some more dirt though. All right, so I think I need to gather a little bit more of our deep slate to finish off the sides here. But I think majority of the barn is done. I need to do a little bit of texturing and stuff, patterning on the top where we have the loft, but having this nice big wheat field here has been quite helpful. We do have one bee in here somewhere. I don't know where it's wandered off to, but so far this is coming along quite nicely. I love the floor here. Do need to get the path here connected up, but with all of our wheat, that does kind of take out our main limiting resource for our path, which is the packed mud. So that should go a little bit quicker. I don't know how I really want to do the rest of this wheat field. I don't know if I want to kind of expand it, give it a bit more of an organic edge here along the well. Right now, I've just got it like this because I'm thinking of putting a small path through here. But again, I think maybe we might expand this out and give it a little bit more of a organic edge, put a fence around here, and see how that looks. But I'm quite happy with how this little barn has come along. Again, there's nothing up in the loft right now just because I can't really put anything here because these are all technically slabs. I'm really liking how this has come out. And again, looks like I need to go gather a little bit more deep slate because that side where the roof doesn't overhang here, yeah, that's looking a little odd. But all in all, I think it's quite nice. The back here is nice and the sides need some work. I think I need to put some fences at the top, but I like how that turned out. I think that'll be a nice space for our donkey and our horses. I think there's another one somewhere, but I'd have to go and find which one that is. Or if we even have another horse out here. But I think for now, that is probably going to be it. The rest of this just requires me to go and chop down a bunch more wood, gather more deep slate, and I think I'm probably going to do that a little bit later. But for now, I think that is going to be it for today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more what is going on this island and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.